Hey guys, what's up? It's your favorite girl here, Bex21. Okay, we're back at it with another recipe. I know I've been MIA. Shout a lot's been going on, but that don't matter because we're here. I just want to let you guys know I'm wearing this rose quartz today because I'm doing the Hood Healer Inner Child Workshop on OnlyFans. So I really recommend you guys do it because so far it's just making me a better person. I feel better, I'm happier. So I'll leave a link to that down below. Today I'm going to make vegan BIRRIA, I think that's how you say it, tacos, but I'm gonna do it with the things that I have. Remember I told you guys, you know, I'm all about using what you have in the kitchen. Originally I was going to make enchiladas, but I'm like, I have all the ingredients for this too, so I might as well just make this. So of course we're gonna be swapping out and using other things, so this won't be 100% authentic, but I mean, you can't blame the girl. You know, we got what we got and we're gonna use what we have, and either way it's gonna be fire. Okay, so that's what I just want you to know. Okay, the flavor is gonna be there because you know how I am. I'm fasting right now, so if you guys like, I'm not gonna taste test this obviously, so we're gonna have somebody else here test it. I'm fasting, so if I mix up a word or whatever, let's just go along with the damn thing, okay? Anyway, let's get to cooking, bitch. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the ingredients because I know you guys, I usually do like a nice little montage, but we're not here for that. We're just trying to get in and get out. So you want garlic. Usually you use whole garlic, but I have minced garlic, so that's exactly what I'm gonna use. I have some paprika here. I have this Lee's brand vegetable broth. I have this Hernandez roasted salsa. Usually I don't do this, like I would make my own salsa, but I'm using what I have and this is part of what I have. Vegan BIRRIA, whatever. BIRRIA, however the fuck you say it, is usually used with beef, but I'm gonna use chicken, but if you decide to do the beef, then there you go. So I'm gonna go with the chicken one. I love that stuff. It's so realistic and it gives your food a really good full flavor. So if you're trying to look for like an authentic flavor, then that's the way to go. I have a bell pepper. The recipe doesn't really call for bell pepper, but because I'm missing the other true flavors, I have a bell pepper in the fridge, so that's what I'm going to use. So tortillas. I wanted to offer you guys a gluten-free version because I know a lot of us are trying to get out of gluten. I am, because I think I do have a gluten sensitivity. So this would be the perfect like substitute for what I'm going to use. I'm not cooking this for myself, so obviously you could use this. This is the spinach wrap for Mission. These are gluten-free and they're vegan. They do have soy though, so just want to let you guys know about that. But I'm going to use these tortillas. These do contain wheat. These are just regular flour tortillas here. We have onion. Usually somebody would use a whole onion or at least like half of an onion, but it's chopped up, so I'm just going to use this. Cilantro, very, very, very important and key, so you need to have the cilantro. Bay leaves, a must. Pink Himalayan salt. Now this, okay, y'all know I love Trader Joe's and I keep telling you guys about the things they have. This is one of the things that they have. So this is this taco sauce. It's not necessarily spicy, it just has a lot of full flavor, and I feel like for these BIRRIA tacos this would be perfect because it adds that full flavor. And I'm gonna use this at the end, so mostly, so you'll see what I do. I'm gonna mix a little concoction together and use that. So this is more for an end touch. You don't have to have it, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. We have oregano leaves because in Mexican cooking, you know, they do use oregano, so that's there. Here's some jalapeno juice. I love, my mom put me onto this. Here, this is fire, and this spice is gonna be amazing. So we're definitely gonna use this. And I do have some enchilada sauce cans, so I think I'm only gonna use one for this recipe, so that way it's not too like, you know how that enchilada sauce taste could be. So we're gonna do that. I have some chili oil. I get this from the Asian store. This is Kickin' Vegan. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna use some of this mostly towards the end. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of oil inside of here just to kind of work with it, okay? But you guys can make your own chili oil, you know that, right? You just get a whole bunch of spices, chili, you heat up some oil on a pan and you pour the oil over the spices, and there's your chili oil. So if you do not have that, then just do it that way. Of course, black pepper, because who I'm cooking it for is a pepper freak. 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. Y'all know how I do. And you're gonna want some liquid smoke. Again, we only use a little bit of this to give it the meat flavor, but we're not trying to have our food smell like barbecue. So when I tell you like pour it in a cap and then like 3-4 drops, I really mean that. So yeah, let me grab the meat product. This is jackfruit fully prepared. As you guys know, in the Cubano video, I showed you guys how to get that nasty ass jackfruit taste out. And so you guys need to refer back to the video as far as preparation to get to this point. The last thing I'm gonna do is squeeze out a little bit of the water in here. So I'm gonna get some paper towel. I'm gonna shove it on top and I'm just gonna push it till the water comes up, because it's gonna be sitting in juice as well, but this is like the rest of like that brine flavor. So you want that to come all out. As you can see, it's soaked. Okay, so I'm gonna do that maybe 2 more times and then the jackfruit will be ready to be prepared. But you need some sort of meat, so you need a jackfruit. Some people use hibiscus and they sit it in like apple cider vinegar. I'm not doing all that. This is how we're gonna do it, bitch, and that's just what it's gonna be. And lastly, you're gonna need some sort of vegan cheese. So I'm gonna mix these two. This is the Violife cheddar and the Daya mozzarella. So I'm just gonna mix the two up in the tortilla when I'm like frying it. So then these will be the cheeses. This one kind of does melt pretty well, so does this one. This is my favorite type of cheese, so if you are like going to shop for this, then I suggest you get the Violife cheese. It actually tastes better, it melts better than Daya. Daya has some sort of like, excuse me, plasticky, I don't know, it's an interesting feel, but it's not my favorite, so yeah. But with all the flavors that we're gonna create today, you're not gonna need it, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and get to the cooking. Hey. I almost forgot to mention, you're gonna need your not chicken bouillon cubes. You guys know how I do with these. They are a must in a vegan kitchen, or like if you're non-meat even, this is the way, vegan, vegetarian, whatever. Well, you need this. Okay, we're gonna start getting to the cooking. I'm gonna add extra virgin olive oil. Usually I would add grapeseed, but I don't have any. This is what I'm gonna add in. And I'm now gonna add in the onions and garlic. Back there's a pot of black beans. I already cooked my Spanish rice yesterday, so one less thing I have to do. This is about 4 cloves of garlic and a whole onion. About close to like a small whole onion. And you know what's next, baby. We have to build flavor before we start adding in our liquids. I'm gonna turn my heat down to a medium high, and I'm gonna add in my bouillon. Make sure you don't burn your garlic, guys, okay? And I'm gonna add in some of that Lee's broth, which is 2 of the little spoons full. I know it seems backwards, but a lot of times when you fry your seasonings, the flavor becomes more potent. I didn't add this ingredient to the list earlier, but I'm really, you know, the ancestors are calling me, so I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin right now. Just like a teaspoon. So we can have some more flavor throughout this. It's already smelling super good and delicious. Now that it's kind of simmering down, I'm gonna go in with my no chicken broth. Y'all know the deal. So I'm gonna pour this in. So for those of you who guys are using whole ingredients, so a whole onion, a whole bell pepper, all of that, that's actually what I should have added before this. I completely forgot. That's okay. I'm gonna add the bell pepper in now. But for you guys who are using whole ingredient, you're gonna need to take this out and you're gonna have to blend it up. But the person who's eating this likes onion, likes garlic, likes bell pepper, so I don't have to blend up the mixture. If I do feel though that this mixture is a little thin and it needs some thickening, I'm either gonna do that or I'm gonna add some flaxseed. So one of the two. I'm gonna start by building flavors now, adding in my 21 seasoning, some pepper. You're kind of treating this like a soup. I'm gonna add in some of my oregano leaves, a little bit of salt because we added a lot of that bouillon, but it's gonna get disguised in flavor, so just a little bit. And then we're just gonna throw some bay leaves in there. I'm gonna put 4 bay leaves. I'm gonna pour pretty much the rest of this no chicken broth in here. I poured some of it into the black beans that are cooking behind this, so that's why I don't have all of it in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in the Hernandez salsa. I don't necessarily like myself doing this. I'd rather use my own chile recipe, but I don't have time for that right now. So I'm going to add in this salsa. So I'm now going to pour this into the mixture. I'm telling you, this is fire, and it, like, the flavor profile of this, I love it. I mean, if you're Hispanic, you probably already know about it, but yeah, we're gonna add that in. Go ahead and stir your mixture. The color will change at this point. If you like things hot, you could put a scotch bonnet, jalapeno, habanero, whatever you like. You could go ahead and throw that in now. I'm gonna add like a quarter of this enchilada sauce, so not much at all, because enchilada, like, we're not going for that, but I need some extra flavor profile. So there. And now the color is red from green. I'm gonna add it in that liquid smoke that I was talking about, but literally like 2 to 3 drops, okay? So we're gonna do this on camera together. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna add a little bit of this chili oil. This stuff is hot. When I tell you it's hot, it's hot. So you don't wanna add that much, because I'm gonna add it at the end as well. I'm gonna add in the paprika, just a little bit. That's more for flavor purposes. So now I'm gonna leave this for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna work it. We're gonna do what we do, baby, okay? I completely forgot to go ahead and add in the Trader Joe's taco sauce, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this in. Just cause like it's just spices, like, you know, it's flavor, and it's along the same basis as the flavor that's in here. So now we're gonna let this sit. For real this time. Okay guys, so it's sat for a little. I do think it's a little bit soupy, but you know, we don't know yet because we still have to add the jackfruit, which we're gonna do now. It looks like that because it was all pressed, but once you add it to the mixture, it's just going to mellow in. And then it'll break all apart. I just had to get all the previous moisture out because we don't want that brine in there. Again, for you guys who want to get that brine taste or brine flavor out of the jackfruit, you guys need to go to my Cubano recipe. I will leave it down below. Ooh, this is already looking delicious. Damn, I wish I could have a bite. It's okay though. Yeah, see now the texture of it, it's not like super soupy and it's not too thick. See, that's why we don't start adding until we're done. This jackfruit is ready to get any kind of full flavor now. So now we have to let this sit for about another 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna put a lid on this and just put it kind of on a medium low, just to make sure the full flavor gets inserted into the jackfruit. And baby, we'll be able to make the tacos, okay? Okay, so it has sat for a while and it's gotten a super good texture. So super ready for that and excited because it looks pretty good. But this is the kind of consistency you want. You don't want anything too thick or too thin. So now I'm gonna sit this off to the stove to the side and we're gonna make the shells and the tacos, I guess. Okay, so now we're gonna cook the tacos. I'm gonna take some of that chili oil and just put it down. And I'm gonna rub the tortilla in it. And I'm gonna flip it over. Same thing. This is gonna make your taco shells spicy, okay? So be mindful. And I'm gonna pour a little bit of this Trader Joe's sauce on it. And I'm gonna flip it over. And do the same thing to both sides. And see, we want the flavor on the outside. Okay? So now I'm gonna put the cheese. Again, I'm mixing them both. We are going to add the mixture. I'm gonna strain it a little on the side of the pan. Boom. Just like that, okay? Same thing. You do not want to give your people bay leaves, so get that out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Pat a cow, clow, clow. So I'm gonna put cilantro over this and onion. And then I'm gonna add a little more cheese. This is gonna help close it. Okay? And now we're gonna take the tortilla, fold that bit. Okay? Yes, baby. Press it down, press it down. Woo. All that little extra cheese. You can stick it on the outside. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip this. Boom, look at that. Look at how good that looks. Okay, and you could add some more oil if you see fit. Like, you know, it's not so saucy, so I'll add some more oil and then flip it one more time, you know? I'm just doing this for color purposes. If you're using corn tortillas, of course, it's a lot easier. And they're also not as big. Okay, so this taco is done, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it off to the side. I'm gonna make the rest off camera and we'll come back. So here is the final result. It's really hard to make birria tacos look delectable and nice. But yeah, and then I have the little bowl for the dippage with cilantro and all that. I don't have any lime, so I mean, I don't think traditionally it's lime anyway, but yeah, and now we're gonna have a taste test for you guys. But first is the montage, of course. Okay, so this is Alden. Alden's gonna do our taste test for those of you guys who have not seen Alden. He just got a haircut, so let's make sure we get it all in, okay? He is super excited about this. He is a vegan eater for the most part. Everything besides supposed to take the taco and dip
I understand how
it's gonna be messy.
Yeah,
there's like no way. Alden is a vegan eater, has been, but just started recently eating fish again like I have, so you know, he knows what vegan food is and what it's like. I told you to eat the one on the bottom.
Well, you know what, the one on top's easier, so
so he cut it so that it's easier for him to eat it, and he's gonna take forever to blow on it.
Oh my goodness.
The people are waiting for the verdict.
I'm gonna try it without the sauce real quick.
Wow, what a disgrace.
Oh my god. Even without the sauce.
Is you lying? Is that cap?
Not at all.
Okay, we'll see. They didn't really see you dip the sauce. I think you have to do another one for the people. Now take two where they actually see you. You might want to back up a little bit. Just
well, okay, camera woman, let me know.
Damn.
All right.
There we go. Yeah, sauce. They need to see this dip.
Can y'all see this? We seen this right here?
Ooh, there we go. Sauce. Yeah, scoop that bitch.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah.
It's in the eyes. You see him roll his eyes? All right, y'all have the verdict. What should they do with the recipe, Alden?
I need to hop on this stuff real quick.
Thank you for that. All right, guys, thank you for watching another video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.